Let me know when you're ready.
All right, I'm going.
Okay, so I made a Coveted Mirror name generator. So as you all know, I love the game, and we're celebrating Penguin Software this year. So in the game, many of the characters have silly names. So for example, hi, I'm Adam Amble Ramble. Like something Blow and Glow is the blacksmith. AJ and I we made names for ourselves to put on our door, and I thought it'd be fun to make a name generator for other people to have funny Coveted Mirror names. And so the rule is, it's your name and then an adjective about you that starts with the same letter of your name, and the second word rhymes with the first adjective. So I wrote this in Apples.Basic, and then also writing all of the names. I have 3 options for every letter of the alphabet, and so I think I spent about as much time on the creative side of just writing all the names and writing the actual code. So if you hit run, and then it'll ask for your name, and you can try a few names if you want. So your Coveted Mirror name is Mike Mighty Fighty. And, overall, it works, and I had fun, and I'm good. And I tried to make some 8-bit names.
Nice. I'll take it.
That's great.
What was that one?
Kevin Kilobyte Knight. Oh, sorry.
Chris.
I love this program.
That might actually fit.
So that's it.
Nice.
Awesome.
This is, in fact, half, because the other side is the other half, of my lightning talk on the 64-bit numbers. And I was going to implement these programs, which hadn't been written before by me, as my project. And it all went really well initially. And then, what shall I call it, exhaustion set in. And I wanted to go to sessions, and I basically ran out of energy. I'm going to finish it after I've rested a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will send it into Peter so he can put it in the archive here.
Yeah. Okay. That
But
sounds good.
So my inspiration in the spirit of KansasFest is I woke up like 5 in the morning the day of the giveaway thinking like, if I should do something. So my idea is to come up with a keyboard tester for all the various keyboards and the different layouts for all the different keyboards we encounter in the giveaway or computers might encounter. So I ran around in the morning taking pictures of the various keyboards. The biggest difference is really just the 2 Plus and the 2E. Because the 2 Plus I forgot had, it was that old teletype layout for the keyboard. Because the idea is when I type characters in the keyboard, the keys will disappear. That way I know if a key is good. So on the boot disk, obviously if the keyboard's potentially suspect, I automatically run the program. So now I can just test it out.
The quick brown
And it's kind of slow, as you can see.
jumps.
I got one more thing.
Okay.
I lied when I said there was one more thing. This morning I had the weird idea. I thought, well, we learned about Juice.js last night. So I wrote a fake Juice.js article, including the placeholders for TK to place things in. Talking a little about the inspiration, the keyboard test, and I have the utilities yet to be named, so I called it TK. So I talked a little about saying it was a HackFest entry. Then
at GDC, I was having a drink with John Brooks, and we were joined by Tom Charlesworth, who's developing Apple Win. And I was talking with John about video modes that my color card for my French Apple II support, and talking about VHD. And then Charles told us about a mode which I didn't know existed, which allows you to mix 560 black and white and 140 in 16 colors in the same page. So this is one of the pictures in the demo of this software, Ecstasy. Mixes black and white on the top.
Yeah. That looks amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so in France it was supported, so there was this maker, Purple Cat, Le Chameau in French. So you can have this crisp text.
So
and-
using your extensions, you can access this mode from BASIC.
Yes. It's super slow because it was just trying
But
to
it's amazing.
tinker about that, learn about that.
It's amazing that it works at all.
Yes, and yeah.
That's really cool.
I had a lot of challenges because This is probably the biggest program I've made because I've only really made programs for school and a couple small like apps. Well, first of all, before the game it asks how many people are playing. So if you try and press 1, it won't let you. Try and press 9, it won't let you. We'll say 4. So basically the way you score is by removing dice from your roll. What's worth points are 1s and 5s and 3 or more of a kind. So in this case, it's really good because I got 4 1s. So that's worth 1,000 points. And then the 5s are each worth 50. So I can take both 5s. And since I got all 6 dice, I get to roll again. Yeah.
And it's written in C?
This is written CC 65.
Can we see it?
And is it ASCII graphics? Is that what all the dice are ASCII characters?
My dad helped me get the visuals because I didn't know what code to use that for that. So text frame, the box, and then I just use O's.
Cool.
Okay, so I have another stupid graphics trick. It's going to explain itself a little bit.
This demo exploits color artifacts that aren't supported by most emulators. Try an open emulator or on a composite color monitor. Colors a U in it. This demo shows what happens when the approximation breaks down. Carefully chosen sequences of dots pack the colors too tightly and they cancel. This gives more levels of gray than usually available, but only in certain what?
Patterns.
Patterns.
Whoa.
So that's actually a colored image.
Yeah.
But if you choose the colors carefully next to it, you can see when it loads actually, because it's. So yeah, that's what you're seeing there is basically the intensity of the signal, not the color part. And so it's more or less the number of bits that are set. So you can get 0, 3, 4 intensities, whereas normally you can only get 3 grayscales in. Originally, I'd hoped to do something more than this and do some sort of like actual image, dither an actual image in grayscale, but that was too complicated. So I just settled for like block images.
Oh, interesting. So you do get some color.
Yeah. So this is the emulator is not fully emulating the NTSC signal and see. So So this is actually where I started the project. I wanted to see how many colors can I fit on a line, and then you can actually do that in Visual 2, but then I ran an open emulator, which is a better fidelity signal. And I'm like, why is it gray? And then, okay, let's make it all gray.
So I'm going to be pulling up a photograph that I took. Not really a photograph, I actually made my own graphics. Okay. So what we see right here is, so why I said Bitman is because it was a running joke. So you know that card outside that we have for the Apple II community, people who who can't like walk normally. So me and my Aunt Sarah, we called it the Bitmobile, and then I thought of the idea of Bitman. And because we're talking about Penguin Software, his secret identity is the penguin from Penguin Software. So I'm just gonna do this because it looks cool as well.
Yeah, it does look cool.
Yeah. So I did a lot of things. Yeah, it was really hard, but I'm very happy I got it done.
Did you draw it off on graph paper first?
We draw it off on graph paper, which took a very long time.
And then, do you want to talk about how much coding you've done before KansasFest?
So this is basically all the coding I basically did. So this is my first code. This is my first program.
Great.
Wow, very nice.
It has this symbol in the middle, so that's that. I couldn't have enough time, so what I was gonna do here was that I was gonna make floppy disks as like for his gadget.
Oh yeah. See that?
Cool.
Nice.
Does he have a theme song?
You're not short on ambition, Adrian.
The theme song is the 8-bit rendition of the 1950s Adam West Batman song.
Nice.
It is a low-res, surprise, clone of Centipede that I call Octopede because I've got a a byte that records whether the segment of the centipede is alive or has been shot. And so I have 8 bits, and so it's an Octopede. It is my first game uses a joystick, and written in assembly in Merlin. And you just use the joystick for X and Y, and the button to shoot, and you've got little low-res mushrooms and the centipede. Instead of climbing back up when it gets to the bottom, I haven't gotten to that point yet. So once it hits the bottom, it just returns to the top. At the suggestion of one of my playtesters, I added an indicator of the score, which is up here. Right now I'm on round 1, so it's more like which round you're on than the actual like a score indicator. The ultimate goal for this is to do a high-res character generator. So these would all be, instead of single characters on the low-res screen, they'd be essentially sprites in a high-res character generator.